Hello, and we are live. Today we are making some dessert popcorn. It's been a while since I've made this for a live, so I thought it'd be fun today. And of course, this is perfect for any kind of movie snack or any little treat. But I decided that today we're going to do kind of like that movie snack inspired bark I made. We're going to mix some stuff into our popcorn that's kind of like all of that stuff that I added. So I have some pretzels here that I'm just roughly chopping up. They don't need to be super fine. Piece of pretzel that just flew across the counter. Okay, just a few more chops and then we'll be done with our pretzels. And I didn't measure anything out with this. With dessert popcorn, and I just kind of like eyeball it, wing it, all that kind of stuff. Just want to break up these really big pieces and then we can add it to our popcorn that I've already popped because I wanted it to cool before we start mixing everything together. Okay, I think they look pretty good. I don't want them to be super teeny tiny pieces. Okay. Oop, got one little piece here that needs to be broken up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to, hello, thank you for joining. I'm adding this to our bowl of already popped popcorn. I just use the, it's a little, what is it called? It's the glass air popper thing for the microwave. So we have our microwave, our we already have our microwave popcorn cooked and cooled in a bowl, separated, obviously, like taking all the unpopped kernels out of there. So let's add, hello, thank you for joining. Today we're making some dessert popcorn because it's been quite a while since I've done this for a live. Okay. And then we have some Oreos that we're going to chop up here. I'm just going to use the rest of these that I have in this container. Like I mentioned, if you're just joining, I don't really do a lot of measuring when it comes to like dessert popcorn. I just kind of wing it a little bit and just kind of go with what, you know, my instincts tell me, if you will. Hello, thank you for joining. Girl, show your face, you're probably so pretty. Oh, thank you so much. On lives, I don't, because I don't have if I had a 2-camera system, I would definitely like try and set it up to where you could see me and the stuff at the same time. But for the moment, my setup is focusing on the food part of it, which we're trying to cut these Oreos. Ugh. Again, just some rough chops, not precise or anything like that. Okay, a few more chops, and then we can add this to our bowl as well. And this is super fast today for our live. Usually we do a little bit longer, but dessert popcorn is very quick to whip out. Especially because I always like to make sure the popcorn is made ahead of time so you don't have to just sit there while it's cooling. especially because I don't like to burn my fingers when I'm trying to get the kernels out of there. Last one. And there's no reason I did 7 Oreos. It was like the only reason is just because I had 7 Oreos on hand. In a little remnant container from another project. Okay, so we're going to add these. I think we're done with our chopping. And we're going to add these to our popcorn bowl next. My counter is a little bit messy. There we go. All right, I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to do a quick little wipe of the counter. So don't get all these little crummies everywhere. Okay. And we also need a pan. I'm going to grab a pan, we're going to line it with parchment paper, because this is what we're going to add our popcorn to once it's all done. And I'm going to actually start to melt down our melting wafers. These are dark chocolate melting wafers. And I'm going to start with 30 seconds because these do melt pretty fast. And like I always say, you can always, do the short increments. If you overcook them or burn them, then unfortunately you have to throw them away. And it's too expensive to do that. And it's also just wasting, so I always like to make sure to do short increments cooking in the microwave with our melts. What are you cooking? Hi, today we're making some dessert popcorn. Which is a very quick and easy one. I think it's been a while since I've had like a nice movie night, so this just popped in my head today and I was like, oh, this would be fun. Hello, thank you for joining. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? How has your week been? Another Friday has come. The first week of August is already down, which is just crazy. Okay, we're checking on our melts here. Definitely needs way more time. Not way more time, but you know what I mean. It definitely needs, I'm thinking another, another like 25 to 30 seconds. I got some melty action going, but not quite enough yet. We're also gonna melt in, or not melt in, we're also gonna mix in some, in addition to our popcorn and our, the pretzel pieces and Oreos, I also have some mini M&Ms. And are you guys a fan of, like, do you prefer regular M&Ms, mini M&Ms? I always like because the chocolate is like milk chocolate, I'm just kind of like meh about milk chocolate. I always prefer the mini M&Ms because it has more shell and more like crunch to it. So I did a 1/4 cup there, maybe another little bit. And then I think I'm gonna reserve some so we can add it to the top. So let's see how our melts are doing. Switch this over just a little bit. Okay, still a little bit of pieces in there. Just keep mixing for a little bit. This is allowing us to see if the heat can finish melting them or if we need to actually pop it back in the microwave. That's a way to make sure that your melts are not going to be overcooked Because if you just pop it in there like, oh, I still see pieces, you want to mix it for a little bit to see if the heat will finish melting it. They're looking really good. And like I said, these are my favorite dark chocolate melting wafers because they're actually like a European coating compound, and they taste like the closest to a good quality dark chocolate that I found for melts. Okay, let me grab my rubber spatula. So we can give this a mix. Okay, I thought this bowl was big enough. Maybe I'm gonna grab a different bowl. Grab the even taller mixing bowl, which should hopefully make sure that things do not fall out. Okay, now we can give it a mix without seeming like it's gonna just completely fall out. Okay. And I think I'm just gonna add all of this. This is about 2 cups of these melts. I'm just gonna add the whole thing, and then we need to mix it quickly to make sure it does not start to set before we have a chance to add it to our parchment paper. Okay, quickly mix, mix, mix. Just trying to make sure everything kind of gets coated in the chocolate melts, and that hopefully things will kind of stick together, and without having anything, the pretzels were kind of falling to the bottom as well as the cookies. So hopefully now everything will kind of be a little bit more evenly distributed is the hope. And I've also made dessert popcorn where I just like drizzle chocolate on top and add the toppings like that. But this way you get like a flavor, like everything in one bite, and it tastes much. The look is pretty as a drizzle, but the flavor is definitely like way better. Okay, that looks pretty good. Looks like everything is pretty well coated in our melts. So I think we can add it to our pan now. Again, this is just parchment paper. I like to use this rubber spatula because we can scrape down our bowl, get all that chocolatey goodness out of here. Okay, and then we just spread it out a little bit. Kind of spreading it into an even layer. We could definitely just leave it like this and let it set, but I'm going to add a little bit more stuff on top. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So one thing that I want to add is a sprinkle of sea salt. Just lightly over top of everything. Nice and high so it kind of gets a better distribution. I think that's good. Hello, thank you for joining. We're making some dessert popcorn, which we are almost done with actually. This is one of our faster lives. Okay, and then we're gonna take some more of our mini M&Ms and just sprinkle them around just to add a little pop of color on our chocolate. The goal is that hopefully it'll stick to something. But if it doesn't, then And you just have some extra little mini M&Ms in there. Going on a little bit more. Okay, what do we think? Looks pretty good, huh? Let me know in the chat. This looks so good. What popcorn did you use? Thank you so much. I used just regular, what are they? I do have it written down. Jolly Time white popcorn. I just get a container and then I got a bag and then like put it in here. And then I just use the, let me grab it in just a sec. And then I like to pop it with just the glass popcorn popper for the microwave. Someone says hashtag diabetes. That's not how diabetes works, but you know, you do you. Okay, so that is our popcorn, and basically from here we just let it set. Sometimes I'll pop it into the fridge if I want to set just for a little bit longer, and that's probably going to give you diabetes. Are you eating the whole pan? That would be a concern. I think you'd have a problem at that point. Basically we just let it set from here. We can let it sit at room temperature. I can already see it starting to set just a teensy bit back here, but just to make sure that the melts are completely done, sometimes I'll pop it into the fridge for a few minutes. Don't leave it in there for too long, but the melts do set pretty quick when it's actually cool enough. But on a day like today where it's pretty hot, then that's, that's when I would want to pop it into the fridge for a little bit. Kind of looks good. It definitely is going to be good. What is it? It's dessert popcorn. So if you're just joining, we have a mixture of popcorn. I just mentioned that I just use like the Jolly Time white popcorn, just that you get from like the unpopped kernels, and just cook them in the microwave and in a little glass air popper. And then from there, mix together some chopped pretzels and some chopped Oreo pieces, and also some mini M&Ms, and then the looks like chocolate and popcorn and M&Ms. Yes, but it has like, because it's coated in chocolate, it has like little bits of pretzels and some chopped Oreos. So there's a whole combination of really yummy stuff. Hello, thank you for joining. Oh, hi Frank, nice to see you again. We're just wrapping up our live, but hashtag yummy, yes, definitely. This just popped in my head because, like I said, it's been a while since I've done a dessert popcorn for a live, and it's also been a while since I've had like a nice chill movie night. So just kind of, this was the inspiration, if you will. So if we have any questions, make sure to pop that into the chat. I know this is a faster one, so we're going to hop off earlier than usual, but make sure to pop any kind of questions or last comments into the chat. And in the meantime, make sure to check out the shorts videos. We're working on a series right now for piping tips. So we have 4 days down. Today is the 5th day, and then take the weekend off, and we're back to Monday being day 6 of our piping tip series. So we have a 20-day piping tip series where I'm doing a mixture of, I kind of like a lot of piping tips I do use very regularly, and then some that I've never used before. So I'm just kind of playing around with them. So make sure to check out the piping tip series if you're either curious or just want to learn some more about piping tips. How did the Kelly baking thing go? It went really, really well. I did post shorts videos last week if you want to check out how the actual items like themselves look. But basically all 3 items placed, the ribbons kind of work a little bit differently. Like the initial round is that if you get like a first place, a second place, or a third place, it's kind of like getting an A, B, or C in class. Like a lot of people can get, blue ribbon first place and red ribbon second place, all that kind of thing. So I did get high enough scores on all 3 items to get first place. And then my cake actually went on to win the best of the category, like the class that it was in. So that was 1 level up from what I was able to get last year. So I'm really happy with that. So the results are very good, and I'm already having ideas pop in my head constantly about things I can make for next year. So I need to start like a running list and then kind of plan that out. But thank you so much for asking. What else? I think that's all the updates. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was really excited. What else? What else? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for remembering and asking. It's really good to see you again. I know that week was like, I was doing lives constantly for the for the baking competitions. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. Like I said, the only bummer thing is like that I keep having ideas now and it's like, ah, dang it, like I have to wait a whole year. But now I have plenty of time to like test some things and plan, so that's good. Hello, thank you for joining. We are just wrapping up our live, so if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to pop them into the chat. We just made some dessert popcorn that has some chopped pretzels and chopped Oreos and mini M&Ms, sprinkle of sea salt, all mixed together with chocolate. So it's very tasty and very excited. I'm just letting it set right now, which is why I haven't touched it. Also, I'll probably take a picture like this before I, take it apart for the still image of the, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the name. The cover image for this live. Thumbnail, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, that's a fun thing that we just made. Let me know in the comments. That looks fire. Can I have a piece, please? Oh, thank you so much. I always say, like, on every live, I'm like, I wish there was a way to hand you guys things through the phone. Like, if that technology existed, that would be fantastic for these baking lives, because I could just be like, try what I'm making. What else? I think that's all the updates. Any other questions or comments to pop in the chats? Like I said, today's a little bit shorter, but if you do have anything specific you'd like to see on lives especially, make sure to let me know. If you like these kind of like quick no-bake things, or if you want to see a little bit more either like baking things or maybe cooking like a filling or something on the stove, let me know what you want to see. Thank you. Of course, thank you. A teleportation device for food. Yes, wouldn't that be like the coolest thing ever? We need it. I know that's stuff out of like, the futuristic like cartoons or something. Okay, I think that is all for today. I'm not seeing any new questions pop in the chat. So I think that can you do more desserts? Absolutely. I do desserts all the time. Is there any kind of particular dessert that you are interested in seeing? Wow, calories bomb. Yeah, we're not looking at calories with this one. How much it is. Yeah, this is just to enjoy. This is definitely like a pan, like I would share this with multiple people. First bite heaven, second bite take either. Oh my goodness. I don't know what HD is, but my daughter told me I have 80 of them. I am not sure what that means. Any other questions to pop into the chat? If you missed the live at all, you can definitely come back and check on. No, I just like any desserts. Oh, perfect. I do desserts like almost exclusively. I do a little bit of the like savory stuff once in a while, but primarily desserts is what I like to do. You do love mukbangers. I can't get into that kind of thing. I like hearing people like, the only kind of ASMR stuff that I like is like cooking stuff. And aside from that, like hearing people eat, I just can't do it. It bothers me. I don't know why, but it does. Especially with like the sheer amount that mukbangers do. I don't like that. You like spicy food or not? I can't handle too much spicy food. I do like to add like chipotle Cholula to my stuff sometimes, but yeah, I definitely, yeah, I wish I could handle more spice. I can handle it to a degree, but if it's too much, then I just can't taste anything anymore. You have a new subscriber. Oh, thank you so much, Jocelyn. Thank you for joining today and for being in the chat. You should make a lavender, light blue, and white tie-dye mini cake. Ooh, I like that color combination. I definitely have a few color combinations that I have not done yet that people have requested, so I will add yours to the mix. I need to get back into doing some more of the little tie-dye cakes again. I feel like I took a break for a little while because I was just like, I need to do something else for a little bit. Let's see. Okay, it looks like that's all we have in the chat for today. Thank you all so much for joining, and I will make sure to. Oh, Korean trash is so much popular, especially that kimchi thing. Basically, what if we ferment our small cabbage nut spice? Kimchi can be really good, especially when I go to Korean barbecue and I have a little bite of kimchi with like meat or something. It is really good. Bye. Thank you so much, Freg. I hope you have a great weekend. I think that's going to be it for our live today. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.